Hi, everybody. It's a moment of time. I'm starting a new series because it feels like it's an important time to start this series, and it's called Table Talk Health. So as I set this all up and create and deepen the heart of the day, Table Talk Health comes to me from a moment of sharing 3 minutes in the evening and 3 minutes in the morning. I might not be right on time, but I thought I better connect with you because I feel it. I feel the earth. I feel the ideas that are floating everywhere, as all of us do. And Table Talk Health came to me prior to the torch, prior to many things that I've done. It was about the sacredness around the table. So Table Talk Health is really about moving the mountains of love and moving the mountains of the sacred within you. Because when we have our health, heaven and earth can flow through us. We're seeing a lot of unrest in the world, especially here in America. We're having tremendous amount of chaos. And sacred health is what I'm going to speak about every morning and every night. And I'm just going to share little tips that I've learned over the years. The bells are ringing. I'm outside. It's a beautiful sunny day. I can feel the sound of the bells. So maybe if you have a bell at home, take a moment and sound the bells in your own home. For your own sacred well-being, for your own beingness. Meditation for me has become a great gift, but it's been a living meditation most of my days of my life because I had little children. And how do you sit in a meditation stance when you've got little kids, except teach them to sit in little stance with you? So if you have a child around you, let them sit with you and let them be with you. So I'm going to read out of John Philip Newell. And he's reading about his moments here talking about God's creativity. And he says, and God said, let there be lights in the dome of the sky to give light upon the earth. And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night and the stars. Genesis 1:14-16. So I want to touch base with you because I want to read what he says because I think it's important. When people ask me to explain the way, he basically said that this amazing idea of expressing ourselves, expressing our moments of sacredness, or expressing our moments of the sacred or the holy, we tend to follow a path. For me, that path has been ups and downs of all different paths and great moments of consciousness that I have gotten from many traditions. John Philip Newell says the Celtic tradition has been characterized over the centuries by a great awareness of heavenly bodies. In the Western Isles, there was the belief that a love of the lights of the skies, like the love of any aspect of creation, brought what is a type of grace from God. To be in love with the gift of nature is to be well within oneself. To be in love with the gift of nature is to be in love with oneself. The invocation blessing in the Carmina Gadelica tradition sought the grace of well-being that accompanies a reverencing of creation. Grace of the love of the skies be thine. Grace of the love of the stars be thine. Grace of the love of the moon be mine. Grace of the love of the sun be thine. And in this moment, I want to share that I've been using the sacred oil frankincense during my meditation times. And it really helps me move into the consciousness that I want to be. And I want to read about that because it was from the oil of Lebanon. And it was called Eli Banum. It's a very old, ancient, sacred oil. And it was derived from the Middle French word of real incense. Frankincense is considered the holy anointing oil in the Middle East and has been used in religious ceremonies for thousands of years. It is well known through the time of Christ for its anointing and healing powers. So I'm going to put some on because for me, I'm going to take a moment for the world, and I pray for the anointing of my heart to yours. And I pray for my mouth to speak from yours, and my eyes to see the goodness in the world, not the violence, and my heart to feel your heart, because the sacred is in each of us. It goes on to say, this is a book of integrative medicine that I'm totally adoring. And it says that it was used to treat every conceivable ill known to man. Sacred frankincense, or frankincense in general. I bought the sacred frankincense, and this oil actually comes from the Middle East. It was used and valued greater than gold in ancient times. Greater than gold in ancient times. Researchers today have discovered that sequiterpenes in frankincense help stimulate the limbic system of the brain and the center of emotions, as well as the hypothalamus and the pineal pituitary glands. The hypothalamus is the master gland of the human body, controlling the release of sacred many hormones, including thyroid and growth hormone. Frankincense is now being researched and used therapeutically in European hospitals and is being investigated for its ability to improve human growth hormone production. It helps with allergies. I was told it helps with moles. Michio used to tell me this mole was a sweet mole, and you don't have to do anything about it. When I asked him, should I get rid of my mole? He said, it's a cute mole. And I said, well, but somebody said that putting frankincense on every day on a mole actually gets rid of it. So let me try it. I don't know if it's true. I'm a nurse, but I'm not doing any of this except just sharing some sacred moments of how I'm using frankincense. It increases spiritual awareness and promotes meditation. Frankincense may also be used to help improve attitude and uplift the spirit. Isn't that what we need? We need to uplift the spirit. We need to sound the bells to uplift the spirit. The Bible has 52 references to frankincense, considering the incense is translated from the Hebrew Greek frankincense and is referred to the same oil. In Exodus, it says, and the Lord said to Moses, take unto thee the sweet spices, stack and oncha and galbanum, these sweet spices with pure frankincense of all of each shall be a like weight. Leviticus says, and when all will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense thereon. And Leviticus says, and he shall bring it to Aaron's sons, the priests, and shall take there out his handful of flour thereof, and the oil thereof, and all the frankincense thereof, and the priest shall burn the memorial of it upon the altar to be offered, made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. So pretty exciting. You know, for me, I've been so into frankincense. You know, I graduated a couple weeks ago. And as we go into meditation for a couple of minutes, you know, Rayhan went into meditation on Facebook and I said, that's a grand idea. I had already thought that I was going to do 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes at night. Your own sacred heart, your own sacred soul, your own sacredness in the times of tumultuous moments. The world is in unrest. It's unrested. It's mad and it's angry. And what better moment than to say that maybe just this, for this moment, I can be okay for just a couple minutes. So, sacred frankincense, thank you for the sacred oil. I think it's quite powerful.